feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me,
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Cowboys' speedy running back. He's coming off a track meet kind of week, just a bunch of yards and frequent trips to the end zone. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles, and it's coming up next.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville, it's the electric Lamar Jackson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. And incomplete to open things up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach. all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Hands it off out of the gun. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Play action. Now Jackson. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw is Jackson. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll drop to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. The Cowboys sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, they'll run it here. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Now Jackson. Eluding the... And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and that one going to come up short. Low throw. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Davis Price gets this one out of the gun.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Josh Jacobs, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point forthcoming. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him, because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson now.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down.
Jackson will throw again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Again, Jackson hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Second down and inches. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Davidson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
The Cowboys 9-yard line.
And it'll be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it to about the 40-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity
to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Second down, and again it's Davis Price.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Troutman. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Handoff right side, Davis Price.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
He'll look to throw.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Davis Price up the middle.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. On third down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete as well. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
And this is a commentary of today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Ty Davis Price and the rest of this offense returning to the field.
They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot, and here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
He'll drop to throw.
And a throw there going to be incomplete. Now here's Bradley Pinion now.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker.
But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Open man is Gordon, complete. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jackson. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Cowboys on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here we go on 4th down. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the 39, Jackson. Quick look on the slant. It's Gordon. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Jackson on first down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. And Jackson throwing once more. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try and put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick here is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man open. That's Harry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen for Davis Price. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
On 3rd down, here's Davis Price. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Nick Chubb has a touchdown run. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot. And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run
Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw again. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Here's Bradley Pena now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson can't get away, and he's taken down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
This is fielded at the 27.
56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there?
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A big play there for Philly. 45 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll drop to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
They'll get this over the middle.
And oh, he coughed it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
89 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Throwing on second down, Jackson. And Gordon's got it. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that's incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Jackson now. Over the middle, it's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Play action. It's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And forthcoming a field goal try for the Cowboys. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Right now, they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll set up to throw. His throw incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson finding Knox there, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Cowboys.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Again, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. Caught left side, Williams.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Now Jackson on first down. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally do is pull you out of that spot to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
Now it's Jackson. Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. We're facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He was brought down by Andrew Booth. It's a gain of 8. Brings up
2nd and 2. And that is incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Adam Troutman. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
They find some open field here.
139 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And
that's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
2nd down, here's Davis Price.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Shifts by him.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Catch is made by Harry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here.
And that nearly intercepted. But it's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Here's Johnson with a reception.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Holding. Offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down near the 35-yard line. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Shotgun and then a handoff to Davis Price. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 9. Going for it, here's Davis Price. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
5 yards on the play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the 1st quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the 1st quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for the Cowboys, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, things are definitely
I feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.